Welcome to this channel. Today we are going to explore Anand District, Gujarat State, the land of white revolution. Before we go into the video, please subscribe this channel and press bell button to get notifications of upcoming videos. Now we go into the video. The Charota region, which encompasses the Anand district, is historically recognized as the golden leaf of Gujarat due to its highly fertile alluvial soil and prosperous farming communities. While the district is universally famed for dairy farming, anchored by the cooperative systems of the Anand Milk Union Limited, Amul, crop cultivation is equally intensive and lucrative. Tobacco and paddy are the traditional mainstay crops, though recent years have seen a strategic shift toward cash crops like bananas, wheat, and diverse vegetables due to changing global demands and soil conservation efforts. The presence of Anand Agricultural University (AAU) plays a foundational role in bringing cutting-edge research, tissue culture technology, and micro-irrigation practices directly to local farmers, transforming conventional methods into climate-smart agriculture. Furthermore, the district has become a proactive hub for organic and natural farming, supported actively by state government initiatives like the Agriculture Technology Management Agency (ATMA) to eliminate middlemen and supply chemical free products directly to local and urban consumers. Trade and commerce in Anand are heavily driven by the agro-industrial sector, with dairy and agricultural products forming the backbone of the local market economy. As the cradle of India's white revolution, the district functions as a massive logistics and distribution epicenter for dairy commodities, channeling billions of rupees in liquid milk, skimmed milk powder, butter, and ghee into domestic and international pipelines daily. Beyond dairy, the agriculture yards (APMCs) in Anand, Borsad, and Kambat handle a tremendous volume of cash crops, especially high-grade tobacco processing, trading, and packaging. The region has also fostered a dynamic ecosystem of agrochemical depots, seeds, and fertilizers manufacturers, and specialized dynamic packaging solutions. Retail trade thrives heavily on the high purchasing power of the local population, further amplified by a unique direct to consumer cultural push that has seen the rise of weekly natural farming marketplaces right alongside modern wholesale complexes. Anand is highly prioritized by investors due to its unique Anand pattern cooperative framework, premium infrastructure, and a phenomenally wealthy non-resident Indian (NRI) support base. The major industrial engine outside the primary dairy plants in the Vittal Udyog Nagar Industrial Estate, which hosts pioneering heavy engineering and manufacturing giants such as Helicon Engineering, Warm Steam, and Atlanta Electrics. The state government continuously facilitates ease of doing business here, focusing heavily on food processing, food testing laboratories, automated packaging units, and cold storage logistics facilities. Investment inflows are remarkably stable because local businesses tap directly into affluent NRI families from the Charter Belt who funnel capital back into local startups, educational trusts, and commercial real estates. Additionally, emerging high-value sectors like tissue culture, banana exports, biofertilizers, and sustainable permaculture farms pre-start modern avenues for venture capital and private equity investment. Operating a business, traveling, or staying in Anand requires strict adherence to both national frameworks and specific provincial statutes of Gujarat. Most notably, Gujarat is a strictly dry state, measuring the manufacture, sale, hoarding, and public consumption of alcohol is completely prohibited under the Gujarat Prohibition Act. Visitors and foreign nationals must secure an official liquor permit online or at authorized star category hotels immediately upon arrival, and violations carry heavy statutory penalties, including non-bailable imprisonment. Land acquisition laws are unique due to the high density of valuable agricultural zones, requiring stringent non-agricultural NA certifications before any industrial development can take place. Environmental clearances from the Gujarat Pollution Control Board (GPCB) are heavily enforced, particularly concerning waste discharge standards for the dairy, chemical, and engineering units clustered near urban borders. Anand boasts exceptional logistical connectivity, making it a critical transit corridor positioned perfectly between two of Gujarat's major urban giants, Ahmedabad and Vadodara. The district is connected via the National Expressway 1, Ahmedabad to Vadodara Expressway, and National Highway 48, allowing high-speed vehicular movement for commercial freight and passenger transit alike. Anand Junction is a high-profile trains including the Vande Bharat Express and Shatabdi Express, while also hosting a dedicated branch line down to Combat. While Anand does not have its own commercial airport, international domestic travels is smoothly handled by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport in Ahmedabad, 75 km north, and Vadodara Airport, 45 km south. The local infrastructure is further bolstered by uninterrupted power grids, extensive digital broadband setups, and reliable canal networks managed to supply both urban utility and rural irrigation. As an exceptionally prosperous district with deep international ties, Anand features an incredibly dense, ultra-modern banking infrastructure that caters directly to heavy domestic trade and huge volumes of foreign inward remittances. The Indian rupee INR is the legal tender, and while standard transactions across urban malls, Amul outlets, and fine dining establishments are seamlessly executed via Unified Payments Interface (UPI), credit or debit cards, and net banking carrying hard cash is still advisable when exploring interior or agricultural markets. Nationalized banks, private banking entities, and cooperative sectors like the Anand District Central Cooperative Bank maintain expensive networks of the ATMs and branches throughout the urban and semi-urban pockets. Given that nearly every household in the Charotas region has relatives settled abroad in the USA, UK, or Canada, specialized non-resident external NRE banking services, authorized foreign exchange bureaus, and international money transfer nodes are readily accessible at almost every commercial crossroads. Anand offers a remarkably versatile spectrum of hospitality options designed to cater to corporate business delegates, academic researchers, and leisure travelers alike. In the core urban area and along the expressways, travelers can choose from high and business hotels and mid-range comfort stays that offer amenities like high-speed Wi-Fi, business centers, in-house, multi-cuisine restaurants, and airport transfer facilities. For budget-conscious visitors, academic students, or agricultural trainees visiting the university and dairy plants, there are numerous clean guest houses, service apartments, and lodge accommodations situated around the railway station and university roads. Given the heavy volume of industrial tourism, plant inspection, and academic seminars held year-round, booking rooms well in advance is highly recommended, particularly during the cooler winter months or during major festival seasons like Navaratri and Diwali. Procuring a local telecommunications connection in Anand is a straightforward process, deeply unified with India's heavily digitized telecom regulatory framework. Major national service providers including Reliance Jio, Bharti Airtel, and Vodafone Idea (VI) maintain prominent flagship stores and retail outlets across Anand's commercial centers like Radhaswamy Road and near the railway station. To obtain a prepaid or postpaid SIM card, travelers must submit an official identity proof, passport size photograph, and a valid address proof for foreign travelers, a valid passport, an Indian tourist visa, and proof of their local hotel accommodations are legally required. Activation usually takes anywhere from a few hours to a day, involving brief digital verification process following which users can enjoy extensive 4G and 5G data coverage that remains robust across both the city center and the rural agricultural expanses. The local community in Anand is deep-rooted in traditional Gujarati values, blended with an open-minded perspective brought about by generations of international exposure. When visiting public places, administrative offices, or rural farmlands, dressing modestly is highly encouraged. Revealing or overly short attire should be avoided out of respect for local sensibilities. Traditional wear like kurtas, saris, and salwar suits are widely worn, though Western clothing like jeans, shirts, and casual dresses are perfectly acceptable and common among the younger demographic in urban settings. When visiting religious places like the prominent Swami Narayan temples, both men and women must ensure their shoulders and knees are fully covered, and footwear must be strictly removed before entering the temple precincts. It is customary to greet locals with a warm Namaste or Jai Swaminarayan, and visitors should always ask for explicit permission before photographing local residents or private agricultural setups. The culinary landscape of Anand is an absolute paradise for lovers of authentic, wholesome vegetarian food, heavily shaped by the region's profound daily abundance. A typical Gujarati thali here is a spectacular culinary journey, beautifully balancing sweet, spicy, salty, and sour profiles through a spread of rotli rice, khadi, sprouting beans, and classic curries. Local street food and evening snacks, farsan, are incredibly popular with items like khanam, dokla, patra, fufda, jalebi, and hot kachoris acting as daily social staples across local stalls. Because the district is the lateral home of Amul, dairy items are of unparalleled freshness and quality. Drinking rich spiced buttermilk, chas, fresh lassi, and consuming milk-based sweets like Sri Kent and Basanti is a vital part of the local gastronomic experience. While fine dining spaces also serve North Indian, continental, and Indo-Chinese food, the true highlight remains the traditional Kathiawadi and Gujarati delicacies cooked using rich locally sourced ingredients. Navigating through Anand is simple and highly efficient if you select the appropriate mode of transit based on your distance and destination. For short distance commuting within urban limits, hailing auto rickshaws is the most common and practical method, though it is highly recommended to negotiate the fare before starting the journey as meters are rarely used. For more personalized comfort or for day-long excursions out to rural dairy cooperatives and historical sites like Combat, hiring a private app-based cab or renting a chauffeured taxi through local travel agencies is the ideal option. If you plan to travel via the high-speed trains or buses connecting to Vadodara and Ahmedabad, booking your tickets online via official portals well in advance is highly advisable to avoid heavy last-minute holiday rush. Traffic inside old market lanes can get congested during peak morning and evening hours, so factoring in extra transit buffer time will make your journey far smoother. Do's and don'ts. To ensure a respectful, rewarding experience during your stay in Anand, keeping a clear checklist of cultural and regulatory guidelines is incredibly helpful. Do's. Accept food, water, or holy offerings, prasad, with your right hand as a sign of respect and spiritual appreciation. Remove your shoes outside homes, temple premises, and even certain traditional business establishments or heritage shops. Engage actively with local dairy farmers to learn about the cooperative milk collection structures. They take immense pride in their global achievements. Keep a digital copy of your liquor permit easily accessible on your phone if you are carrying or consuming personal permit based alcohol inside your private room. Don'ts. Do not attempt to buy, sell, or consume alcohol in public places or through unauthorized channels under any circumstances. Avoid wearing footwear inside residential living areas or holy spaces, as cleanliness is deeply linked with domestic and spiritual sanctity. Do not waste food or dairy products served to you, as agricultural produce is culturally revered as a divine blessing across Charotar households. Avoid public displays of affection, which are generally frowned upon and considered inappropriate within conservative local social spaces. For international visitors planning a trip to Anand, meeting standard statutory Indian immigration regulations is mandatory prior to departure. Travelers must possess a valid passport with at least 6 months of residential validity from the date of arrival, along with at least 2 blank pages for official immigration stamping. An appropriate Indian visa, whether a tourist e-visa, business visa, or a student visa, must be secured online via the official Indian government portal before boarding your flight. Due to the district's global position in dairy research and manufacturing, those traveling for industrial collaborations or academic training at institutions like the National Dairy Development Board (NDDB) must carry official invitation letters from the host organization to present at immigration checkpoints if requested. Planning an enriching trip to Anand requires balancing its iconic agro-industrial marvels with its historical and cultural landmarks. The ideal period to explore the district is from October to March, when the winter climate is remarkably pleasant, with the temperatures ranging from a comfortable 15 degrees C to 30 degrees C, a stark contrast to the intense summer heat that easily branches 40 degrees C. Preaches. A well-rounded 3-day itinerary provides ample time to immerse yourself completely in the history of the White Revolution, visit world-class agriculture universities, and take a deep historical excursion down to the coastal heritage town of Combat. It is strategic to base yourself in a centrally located hotel within around city, allowing you to venture out easily on day-long circuits without spending excessive time in transit. Day 1, the cradle of the White Revolution. Start your morning with a pre-booked guided educational tour of the iconic Amul dairy plant, exploring the historic processing units and the Amul Museum that chronicles the life of Dr. Verghese Kurian. In the afternoon, visit the sprawling campus of the National Dairy Development Board (NDDB) and the Institute of Rural Management Anand (IRMA) to understand rural management systems. Conclude your evening enjoying authentic street food on Radha Swami Road and shopping for local handicrafts. Day 2, Agriculture, Innovation and Heritage. Dedicate your morning to exploring Anand Agriculture University AAUs, visiting their tissue culture labs, botanical gardens, and the natural farming demonstration plots. In the afternoon, drive to Karamsad, the ancestral home, India's Iron Man, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, to explore his memorial and ancestral property. End your evening visiting the beautifully sculpted Swaminarayanan temple in the heart of Anand city for the evening prayer rituals. Day 3, Coastal Exploration and Ancient Crafts. Take an early morning day trip, 50 kilometers, to the historic port town of Cambay, situated on the Gulf of Combat. Spend your morning exploring the ancient agate stone crafting workshops, visiting the architectural ruins of the historic Jama Masjid, and witnessing the local salt pans. In the late afternoon, head back to Anand, stopping by a rural milk cooperative society along the way to observe the evening milk collection process firsthand before your departure. Anand is widely regarded as one of the safest and most peaceful districts to travel within Gujarat, exhibiting exceptionally low violent crime rates and an inherently welcoming social atmosphere. The local police force maintains an active, helpful presence across urban hubs and transit stations, and a dedicated helpline number 112 is available for any immediate emergency assistance. For solo travelers and women, navigating the city even during late evening hours is generally secure, though taking standard common sense precautions like avoiding unlit isolated rural paths late at night is always recommended. Street food and water hygiene should be monitored carefully to prevent seasonal waterborne issues. Always choose sealed bottled water and dine at clean, busy establishments that experience high food turnover. Anand functions as a massive relational bridge connecting regional rural communities directly with high-stakes international markets. Though the Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation (GCMMF), the district maintains robust trade pipelines that export premium Amul dairy products to the Middle East, USA, Singapore, and African nations. Its academic institutions such as IRMA and AAU maintain active research and student exchange collaborations with global agricultural bodies, international universities, and sustainable farming networks worldwide. On a domestic level, Anand supplies heavy machinery and industrial gearboxes from its Vital Vidyog Nagar hub to massive manufacturing corridors across Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and national capital regions, while its processed tobacco and fresh agricultural yields flow daily into major commodity markets across neighboring states. Anand holds several unique distinctions that make it a truly fascinating case study in socio-economic empowerment and historical transformation. The historic breakthrough of manufacturing high-quality skimmed milk powder from buffalo milk, a technical feat previously declared completely impossible by global dairy experts, was achieved right here in Anand by H.M. Dalaya alongside Dr. Rikis Kurian. The district is also an incredible educational epicenter. Vallabh Vidyanagar, as dedicated township within the district, was envisioned right after independence as a rural education hub and now hosts thousands of students from across India. Additionally, combat within this district was once a primary international silk and spice trading port visited by historic travelers like Marco Polo long before the setting of the Gulf shifted maritime trade up toward Surat. Anand district stands out as a brilliant testament to what can be achieved when grassroots community empowerment ways merges seamlessly with professional management and scientific innovation. It is a land where the rural economy does not merely survive, that thrives an international standard driven by a cooperative spirit that fundamentally changed the economic destiny of India. For a visitor, Anand offers a profoundly inspiring journey that takes you far beyond conventional tourism. It reveals the living, breathing history of self-reliance, agrarian pride, and deep cultural warmth. Whether you are exploring its high-tech automated dairy lines, walking through its golden tobacco fields, or admiring its ancient coastal heritage, Anand leaves you with an overwhelming appreciation for the power of collective human vision. Now, questions and answers. What is the historic significance of Anand district regarding India's dairy sector? Anand is globally celebrated as the birthplace of the White Revolution, Operation Flood, which transformed India from a milk deficient nation into world's largest milk producer. It is the birthplace and headquarters of Amul, establishing the Anand pattern cooperative structure that empowered millions of marginal farmers. Which major cash crops define the agricultural landscape of the Charota region in Anand? The region is historically famous for producing high quality tobacco, earning it the title Golden Leaf of Gujarat. Other major cash crops grown extensively include tissue culture, bananas, paddy, wheat, and seasonal vegetables. Are there any specific alcohol regulations that travelers must follow when visiting Anand? Yes, Gujarat is a strictly dry state. Manufacturing, selling, or consuming alcohol without an official government permit is an offense. Foreign and out-of-state tourists must apply for a liquor permit online or via authorized luxury hotels to consume alcohol privately. What role does Anand Agriculture University AAU play in local development? AAU acts as a vital backbone for the district's farming community by transferring laboratory research directly to the fields. It specializes in soil testing, high yield seed development, tissue culture research, and training farmers in eco-friendly natural farming practices. What is the closest commercial airport to Anand District for air travels? Anand does not have its own commercial airport. Travelers can use Vadodara Airport, located about 45 kilometers south for domestic flights, or the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport in Ahmedabad, located roughly 75 kilometers north for both domestic and international connections. What is the historical background of the town of Kambat within Anand district? Kambat, historically known as Kambe, was an ancient, highly prosperous port city on the Gulf of Kambat, renowned for its international silk, spice, and textile trade. Today, it is famous worldwide for its traditional, centuries-old agate stone crafting and polishing industries. What traditional cultural etiquette should be maintained when visiting religious places in Anand? Visitors must dress modestly, ensuring that both shoulders and knees are fully covered. Footwear must be strictly removed before entering temple premises, and it is polite to seek permission before taking photographs of devotees or rituals. What are some iconic local dairy sweets that one must try in Anand? Due to the district's unparalleled dairy abundance, visitors should absolutely try authentic Srikhand, a strained sweetened yogurt delicacy, fresh basundi, thickened sweet and milk, and premium quality mawa sweets, available at local Amul patterns, Amul parlors, and sweet shops. Who were the key visionaries behind the success of the Amul cooperative movement? The movement was initiated under the guidance of freedom fighter Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, founded by Tribhuvan Das Patel, and professionalized by Dr. Verghese Kurian, the father of the White Revolution, alongside dairy engineer H.M. Dalaya. What is the best time of year to plan a tourism and business itinerary to Anand? The ideal time to visit is during the winter season, spanning from October to March. During these months, the weather is pleasantly cool and comfortable for outdoor travel and farm visits, avoiding the extreme summer heat which often surpasses 40 degrees C. Thank you for seeing this video. Please subscribe this channel and press bell button to get notifications of upcoming videos. Thank you.